What's good, robots? My name is Lester. How y'all doing? Now today I have a UU match, and I went on Smogon yesterday, and I was trying to find battles, but I couldn't. And then the guy accepted, and I was like, "Yay, finally!" But here you see that threats on his team could be Seismitoad if he's a Rain Dance set because I don't have anything to counter him, except for Tokakiss's E speed. His Flygon could be a problem if he goes for Outrage, and I don't have like Dust Pops or anything to absorb it. And his Porygon, if he is agility, I won't be able to stop that unless I go for like a Houndoom Sucker Punch, and then I can maybe take him out, but I'm not sure. So let's get into the battle, and we'll see how this battle goes. And this team I decided to make around Houndoom because I just like how Houndoom is so anti-metagame, especially in UU, because there's a lot of folks that are just horrible in UU I don't like. But here, I over-predict him to switch out into like Sigilyph or something. So I go for the Ice Punch, and then he goes for Stealth Rocks as usual. And he switches out and predicts me to go for a Water move because he has Levitate. So that was a good prediction on his part. And he gets the Water Absorb, but good thing he wasn't like at low health and I have problems with him. But here, you're going to see just Toxic Stalling. And I try to speed this up as fast as possible, but I couldn't figure it out, so I'm sorry for that. And all you will see me do is put some Stealth Rocks up, use Skull, not get very much damage. And I don't know what kind of set he decided to do, like I don't know his other moves, but I know that if he tried to make Seismitoad a wall, it wasn't going down, because that took at least 1/3 health away. I know I have max attack, but still, if you're gonna decide to make a wall, make it a good wall. Alright? I just want him to know that. And please don't do Toxic Stalling. That is horrible. If you're gonna try and do Toxic Stalling, do it on a poke that is like weak as hell, and just try and have fun, and don't be like, oh, I'm gonna be a douchebag and not actually play. Toxic Stalling is just a horrible way to get a feint, because as I said before, Pokemon don't feint. So he goes for a Protect, and it fails because it was a double Protect, and I go for Earthquake, and I don't know if that was max damage because the last one didn't do, I don't think it did that much, so I don't know what's going on with the Earthquakes and all that. And at any point in time he could have switched out and went into Bronzong, because all I go for is Earthquake, and that's about it. But I decided to switch out because I knew he was going to go for Protect. So I was like, you know what, you're not going to get that Protect. And if you try and double Protect, you're even more of a douchebag. So he decides to switch out, and I'm like, okay, good. But I wasn't thinking that he was going to switch out into Cresselia. So I go for a Hidden Power Ice. Maybe thinking that he was going to think I was going to go for a Leaf Storm. And that's not the case. And Cresselia took that Hidden Power Ice like it was a fake out from Pikachu, which I will be using in my next battle. So anyway, I bring in Hellhound, and I know he's gonna go for the Psycho Shift, and I'm a fire type, so that doesn't affect me, which is great because I would hate to have my dog burnt, So I know he's gonna switch out because he's scared of the crunch, so I'm gonna go for Pursuit. And now his Cresselia is pretty much death fodder, because if he switches it in, it's going to die from Stealth Rocks. And even if he had a Rabbit Spinner, it would die from burn damage. So I'm going to switch out because I didn't know what he was going to go for, but I was scared of the Outrage. And I thought Dusclops was the best Pokemon to switch in. But he actually goes for the Superpower, and I didn't predict that at all. And now that I know Flygon has Superpower, I have to watch out when seeing a Flygon. But he switches in his Porygon Z, and I didn't want to go for Toxic because I don't really care about Toxicing or making his Flygon poisoned or whatever it is. So I go for the big old Seismic Toss, and he goes for Dark Pulse. Now, I don't know if this Porygon Z is Life Orb because he doesn't lose any health. So I'm thinking that he's either Scarf or Expert Belt, and that's, I don't know, it's kind of good for me because you can't switch up moves. if he predicts me to switch out, because he goes for a dark pulse here, and this makes me think that he's choice scarf because it doesn't destroy dust claps completely, and he switches out. So I don't know, maybe he was scared of me having the choice scarf close combat, but I'm not sure. But he switches out, and I go for Mega Horn, knowing that if I go for close combat, I'm gonna have to switch out next turn. So I actually predict right, and those Mega Horns look cool. They look cute, and I actually destroy, completely and utterly destroy his Sigla, which is great for me because I didn't know what set he was running at all. And he switches in Flygon. Now, me being stupid and me thinking that, oh, he's not gonna go for some crazy move. Maybe he might go for Pursuit or something, or a superpower again, thinking that I was gonna switch out. But you know, he goes for Outrage, and he kills Heracross from that range, which sucks. But I decided to bring in Astro and go for the extreme speed. Now, I brought Astro to this team because I used him before, and his sweeping abilities is pretty good. But he failed to kill Flygon. Now he goes for the second Outrage. And I was really thinking this Outrage was going to make me faint. But it actually doesn't. And he gets second turn fatigue. So that's good. But he predicts me to go for extreme speed again. Thinking maybe he's going to go for Death Fodder. I was like, you know what, I'm just going to go for it. I don't even care. But I go for it on the Bronzong, and I get a crit, which is great because that was like a third health from full health. That was a crit. And so I left with a bang. And I switched in Hellhound because I want to kill this Bronzong. I want to kill it. I want to melt it. So I go for a Fire Blast, and he has the Aqua Berry. I was kind of scared that he had the Aqua Berry and it would do like a third health, but it actually kills it. Now I don't know if the crit mattered because the Aqua Berry like takes it down by half or something. And that was it. I just killed him. I melted his bell. And now he's gone. He has no bell. He has to get a new one. But he brings in Seismitoad, and I carry the Hidden Power Grass because last time I had Houndoom, I didn't have Hidden Power Grass versus a water ground type. So I was kind of screwed and I died. And that was the game. So I'm going to go for Sucker Punch now because I know Flygon doesn't carry anything except Superpower, Fire Punch, Outrage, and U-Turn. Unless, you know, you have the Toxic set, but I wasn't thinking that he had that because his Seismitoad had Toxic, so I could have ended it all right here, and I could have went for the Sucker Punch, but I was thinking that he used the Nasty Plot set because when I switched in Heracross, he switched out, so that was a good bluff on his part, and now he goes for the Tri-Attack, outspeeding me, and kills me off, but I know I could have ended it right there and then. In the Auto Drive, hoping that, you know, Auto Drive could take a hit. And that's exactly what it does. You know, he goes for that Tri-Attack, and I actually take the hit. And now it's stabbed. So that's pretty good. And I go for a T-Bolt, and I kill off his Porygon Z. And his Cresselia is already dead, so I don't have to even worry about Cresselia. And even if it wasn't dead, I could have just T-Bolted it, and then it would have been gone. And I would have been like, yay! And I'm like, yay now. So my next match would be NU. I hope you guys enjoyed. Peace. I'm out.